Good morning. I they just took all the stuff off. Oh my god. I'm still uncovered. I haven't even pulled the sheets back up. I'm just holy crap. That's me. So me. Okay. I know this is mostly exhaustion talking, but oh my god. So the tape coming off does not feel awesome, but it is over quickly. They told me I had slightly less tape than a lot of the other patients, that I don't have a crazy amount of bruising or swelling. So it's gonna change a bunch over the coming weeks, but not that much. And oh my god. I'm not gonna say it was worth it, but I am saying that at least I got what I came for. That I had this mirror. I could not see over the gown. It's low. It's where it's supposed to be, so you can't really see yourself too accurately. Oh my god. And I get to shower soon. Thank God. Again, I'm not saying that getting a second IV was worth it. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go look again. I'm gonna be looking at this for the rest of my life, so I gotta get used to it, you know? Holy crap. So I called for help from the nurse to get up and go to the bathroom. And then right as she got in the room is when my surgeons decided to come in to see me. And this was an urgent need. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold it a little bit longer. But going to the bathroom today was a lot easier than yesterday with all that, or the day before, I guess. I don't even remember. Time has no meaning in this place. But it was so much easier with all that stuff in the way. Oh my god, so much easier. So much easier. I'm really looking forward to a shower today. But I've decided to sleep more and wait for Teresa to get here. Because I'm going to need some help. You know, stuff still hurts to do, so I need some help. And apparently we're crossing that barrier today, so so much easier getting around. I still have to carry the catheter bag, which is a choice as far as looks go. But it's so much easier, so much better. I'm trying to be careful with my right hand, because if I bend it back too far, it tends to pinch on its that didn't feel good. We're not doing that anymore. So don't do that. Trying to just keep it stable, because it only needs to be in there till tomorrow morning. So we're gonna be lefty today. That's what we're gonna do. That's the solution. I'm gonna sleep so much right now. Okay. Later, y'all. Hey, y'all. I have slept a bunch. It's a little after 11, I think. I didn't get nearly as much sleep as I wanted to. I kept getting interrupted, including by doctors who had the wrong room. So just throw that on the list of reasons I'm very excited to go back home. But I'm up. And I want to walk around a little bit, especially since I have less encumbering things on me right now. This has to get reattached at about 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to time that interestingly, because that's around the time that Teresa will be here and I'm gonna have her help me shower. I haven't actually told her that yet, so I should probably tell her that at some point. I'm just basically, my left hand still hurts a little bit, and my right hand I'm like terrified to use at all, so I'm not doing that. It's gonna be hard enough, even with both my hands working, to shower, so I'm gonna need some help. Yeah, so I'm up. I wanna walk around, taste some freedom, you know? The only thing still connected to me right now is the Foley catheter. And that means I'm going to be walking around carrying a bag of my own urine, which is just not my ideal way to spend a Monday, but you know, I want to get up and walk around, and not needing help to do that. Like, I don't have to call the nurse in right now or anything. I can just pick it up and go. Yeah, I'm going to do that. My nose is very stuffy today. Ugh. So I'm gonna blow my nose too. Try not to die. You can't put much force behind it because you can't use your pelvic floor muscles, which, again, I had no idea were involved in the process of blowing one's nose, but now that's the thing I know. So I'm up. I'm still thinking about it. My pain level. So when I was getting the tape ripped off, they gave me permission to swear at them. The pain only ever rose to about a 6 or a 7, and it was very quick. Like the second the pulling was done, you know, per strip, it was like pull, pain, over, you know? My pain right now is about a 0 or a 1. Until I move. Like, my abdomen's still a little sore and everything. That's gonna be a thing for a while. But laying here, my pain is basically non-existent. Which is amazing. Way better than I ever hoped for. It's all amazing. Like, yesterday was a really hard day, and it you know, there's still some stuff. I really want to go home. I think it's a hard day too because, like, you don't really do anything. Like, you're just sort of there. There's no like, oh, today you're going to be walking. Oh, sure, okay. There's no novelty to that day, so you're just sort of doing the same thing as you had the day before. And I think that made a difference. All I know is that my surgeons are really pleased with how everything is going, and frankly, so am I. Like, the actual surgical site is fine. Everything to do with that is fine. Everything else is going to hell. They pulled off the dressing on the one they gave up on, and you can see the bruise there. That was done by the second most prominent phlebotomy type person in this building. She was really disappointed with herself, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I'm really good at this normally. I'm like, girl, it's fine. Apparently my body's just garbage at this. You know, she felt bad. But the third person they brought in, that was the real expert. She was like, I got this. She was good. She called me honey when she was done because she knew I was scared. It was really nice. She was good. All right, I'm gonna get myself up and do stuff. It'll be exciting-ish. I mean, yeah, it will actually be exciting because I won't have like all the like stuff that was in my crotch before that made it feel like I was walking with a frisbee jammed in there. It's a really specific sensation. I don't know how else to explain it. That's all gone, so I can just move. It's just really cool. The only thing I'm limited by is the packing and the catheter, which I'm becoming increasingly aware of the packing. Oh, I really need to blow my nose. Okay, I'm going. See y'all in a bit. So there is a slight complication. My vagina is bleeding. which is a very common thing for vaginas to do. It's just going to make this walk a little more interesting. I checked with them. They said it's all very normal and that like there's not really anything we can do about it until I can like put on proper underwear after I get the catheter taken out tonight. But they do definitely want me to walk. So they're like, just go for it. We tried a couple of things like, hey, what if we, put a little gauze in the middle? Like they're like, no, that's going to fall out. That's going to be worse. Just do your thing. Go for a walk. We'll clean it up. And I'm like, okay. Feels horrible, but whatever you say. I have to carry my catheter bag thingy with me, so that's exciting. Oh, I feel blood dripping down my leg. I don't like this. Ugh. Okay, 1 lap. We're gonna do 1 lap, not a second more. And I'm gonna shower when Teresa gets here. Yeah, I'm definitely bleeding. There's definitely blood between my legs, and I can't do anything about it. So I've gotten back into my chair, which has a pad on it. And I'm wearing my back covering gown, and I'm like just gonna ride it out and go from there. This is very normal apparently, which is, I understood going into this. It's just that 10-hour gap between when they take out, the dressings, take off the dressings, and when they take out the catheter. I don't exactly know what they expect you to do other than just bleed all over the place, which is not smart. I don't really understand what the thought process was there, or if there was one. I just feel gross. There's blood running down my legs from my vagina, and I feel like, I'm having an experience that a lot of cis women have had, or I should say people who are born with vaginas have. So trying to just chalk that one up to growing pains, and I'll be able to put pads on soon and proper underwear, and we'll get there. But first I have to deal with, this, just bleeding in a chair. It's a vagina, all right. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Teresa's here, so everything's good. Everything's gonna be fine now.
Yeah.
They've got me hooked up to this stupid IV again.
On the other arm
Well, no, don't get me started on that. They took the cover. I think I showed this in the last shot, but yeah, I'm hooked up to this stupid IV again, which really sucks because I'm stuck to it for 2 hours at a time. And it doesn't alert me when it's done, by the way, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I have to just kind of look at the bag and be like, yeah, it looks done. Which really sucks timing-wise, because when you got here, I was supposed to shower. I haven't showered yet, and I need help showering because I'm deathly afraid to use my right hand, and my left hand hurts to use. So, get clean, don't use your hands.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, so, I have a theory. No, they said that they can do it, but it's obviously going to be preferable for me to have someone I'm comfortable with to do this.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I've stopped bleeding, but it's their chair. I kind of don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Because they clearly didn't have a plan for how do we deal with the bleeding when we can't put anything on it? So anyway, food's here. I'm going to keep this short because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign, everything's still moving and going.
Yeah. It's a veggie burger this time.
It is actually a veggie burger this time, unlike the turkey burger last night. I had just the day from hell yesterday. Every little thing and then some big things. It just honestly, my surgery itself, the actual surgical site, and you've seen it, looks great. Everything's going perfectly with that. That's flawless, textbook, amazing, great, perfect.
Yeah.
Everything around it, the basic stuff of having an IV in you and taking medications that don't make you get sick and not having allergic reactions to random adhesives in the OR.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Mystery blisters.
Mystery blisters that I think popped.
I can't see it.
find out.
We'll find out when we shower or when I shower with your help. You're not showering. You don't have. There's not enough towels even. Like. The worst part is I know when I get home, the first thing I'm going to want to do is shower because they make you
Yeah.
shower daily, first of all. Second, like, I'm going to smell like a darn hospital.
Yeah, you want
So I have to get right back in the same bed that I've been sitting in. At least they give me a new gown.
Yeah, you're gonna want to smell like you the second you get home.
Yeah, I want to put moisturizer on. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that while you're here, and they don't tell you that. And I'm like, I did it on my face because they're not doing anything with my face because I had to shave my face, which is just.
Yeah.
But I get so irritated, as you've seen, after I shave
Yeah.
that I'm like, I'm not gonna just leave that alone.
Yeah. You just
Because then that'll be more questions. They'll come and be like, what the hell happened to your face? I'll be like, I shaved. And they're like, I have sensitive skin.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're here. And you're gonna be here tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't make a lot of sense because they want me out before visiting hours, but they also expect you to be here.
Yeah, that's what
And I'm
I was
like-
wondering.
Yeah, I don't know what time you can actually be here.
Yeah. And where Lindsay can park.
Yeah, well, she can't park. You have to
Yeah.
drive up and like have me. They're gonna roll me down, and I'm gonna walk to
Yeah.
the car. And she was asking like, can they, do they want me to get ice? I'm like, they do not want you to get
Yeah.
ice, and like explicitly do not want you to
Yeah.
get ice.
I'm just gonna have to figure out the logistics of carrying everything down.
That's
I might
my
have to make
thought.
2 trips.
But they're gonna carry it for me based on.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But like, we're still gonna need someone to load it in the car and everything. Like,
Yeah. Well, I could do that. I
Yeah.
was just thinking I might need to do 2 trips.
I think what's probably gonna happen is you're just gonna ride in with and provide help when you get here. I think that's probably the easiest.
Yeah, I'm coming in with one of
Yeah, I think we're coming in for her because like she can't
you.
park.
Yeah.
So like, this is the kind of stuff we needed to know ahead of time. And like, I get that COVID changes things and whatever, but like, you have some idea.
Yeah.
Even if you have to update it later and be like, oh, actually, we're going to do this instead. Tell us. I'd rather get the update and with some framework of some idea of how it's supposed to work. But I don't even know what time she's supposed to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I assume they'll talk to me about it in the morning, but we also need to factor in that it's pretty far away. Like,
Yeah.
and she's not a morning person. Like these freaks.
I'm not a morning person either.
They didn't come as early as they said they would. I texted you
Yeah.
the second I was able,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah, you texted around like 8.
yeah, they
told
were
you
taking it
5.
off. Yeah, they were taking it off, and they're like, do you want to look? I'm like, I can't see anything from this angle because the bed was like all flat and everything because I was sleeping.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me grab my mirror. It's on the cart. Don't do it for me. How dare you? I was like, let me do something for
Yeah.
myself, please. Especially this,
Yeah.
But that was me. I'm like I was telling you, I'm so shocked by how different it looks from what I walked in here with, but also by how unshocking I find that. Like, it doesn't feel like, whoa, what happened there? It's like, oh yeah, that's me,
Yeah.
which is validating as hell.
Yeah.
I've got Star Trek on. It's not a good episode. It's got Dr. Pulaski in it. We don't talk about her. And by which I mean we talk about hating her and nothing else.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm shaking because this hand still hurts. So
Oh, baby.
I'm gonna stop and
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, it's food time.
Yep, it's food time. I love you too. I showered.
Yeah, you did it.
We showered. It was a combined effort. It was. I can't really bend down.
Yeah, well, I didn't shower. I helped
No,
you.
you got surprisingly not wet, which is really impressive. I'm sorry about your shoes.
Yeah, just the shoes were a casualty.
The whole bathroom is the shower. Like, there's a drain in the middle of the room, so like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. But I'm back in my chair. I figured I didn't want to be in the bed because I didn't want to get my wet hair on the bed and sleep in wet. Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
that would be unpleasant.
so I'm wearing the gown the other way, which means I need to be careful with the angles here. Nothing was showing. We're good. But I figure everything I need to do from here out is here, so it's easier to open it that way.
Yeah.
And if I go for a walk. Obviously, I'm gonna bring another one over the front, but that's easier than what I've been doing, which is, not that. The blister did pop.
Yeah.
It looks not infected, so I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
I got new socks.
Yeah.
They were getting really grody, so I'm really
Yeah.
glad for that. The whole not being able to bend down thing is really terrible, and I really hope that gets a lot better when they remove the packing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tonight they're taking this catheter out, which we've had enough time with, even in one day, to never want to go near it again. I'm feeling a lot more human,
Yeah.
you
for
know?
the shower.
Yeah. Being clean, it helps.
Yeah, it really does.
You know. Cannot function independently at all. Definitely need that time off from work, because like I have to shower every single day, and if I need someone's help to do it, it's gonna take an hour. Like that was seriously like 40 minutes that we were at that, and I feel good, but honestly I think it'll be a lot easier when I have full access to both of my hands.
Yeah, the hands.
That
are
was
a big
not
problem.
helping. My therapist canceled on me. I have some feelings about that. But I got through the worst day. I can get through the one more day that I have.
Yeah.
And she's gonna see me tomorrow. And she's sick. Like, I can't be that mad at someone for being sick. Like, she's got kids. You know, I get it. But kind of needed her. And she wasn't here. And I'm kind of pissed about that. So we will address that at a later time. Right now, my goals are getting out of here.
Yeah.
So-
Getting into your own bed.
Yeah, I gotta get into bed. I gotta walk too.
Oh, your
so-
own bed.
Oh, my own bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was bleeding while I was sitting here, as I thought I was. It wasn't too bad in the shower, but cleaning up after it felt nice. And after they take the catheter out, I can put in a pad and some underwear that they provide. But whatever, take it.
Yeah.
I hope I don't bleed too much more. Free bleeding is not my speed. It's just, it gets everywhere. Washing my new equipment was interesting. It's hard to really gauge everything while it's still a little bit swollen. Even remarkably not as swollen as they thought, but like, it's new.
Yeah.
But it's, again, I'm struck by how like not on me it feels, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's new, but it's right. So, everyone always says that, but I always thought it was BS, you know? So I'm glad that's my reality.
Yeah.
My hand's getting tired again, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to cut this off. I'm gonna go back to watching Star Trek, and I'm gonna go for a walk, probably while you're here. But that was a lot, so I'm gonna just chill
Yeah,
for a bit.
chill for a while.
Yeah, finish combing my hair.
Yeah, and get all the knots out.
Yeah, there's a lot of knots. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Later, y'all. I went for a walk.
Yeah.
It was very bright.
Yeah, it was so bright. Blinded.
And I started bleeding down my leg again. And I was like, really? Really? I want this damn catheter out, because at least then I can put something on so I don't just
so you're not dripping.
dripping down my leg and, free bleeding into my gown and like, ugh. Their social worker stopped in earlier to talk to me. And I was like, I don't know what you're here for, but I'm going to ask you what time I can leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also found out that the nurse I have tonight is not the nurse I had from last night, which I'm really disappointed about, because she's awesome.
She seemed cool.
She's a good person and like a very good nurse, and like we clicked, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, she would have been really great, because I would have followed up with her about my hand and been like, hey, remember how this looked last night? Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Now I got some new person, maybe. I hope it's the person I had my first night. She was very good too. Overall, I gotta say, like 75% of the nurses I've had here have been great.
Yeah, very attentive.
Like, they're really attentive, they're informed and everything. It's a weird angle. I'm running with it. It just hurts to hold it up like this. Anywho, so I get discharged at 11 tomorrow. That's when they said that my roommate should be there to pick me up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like match her heights here. It's tricky. But I get to go home and you're gonna be there with me to help me get out of here. And we clarified that like, yeah, she's not a visitor, she's the one helping me get into the car, which is a different thing. So they should let her be here early.
Yeah.
They said as early as 6:30 in the morning, and I was like, she's never gonna get up at that time. So I mean, you leaving at like 5:30?
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna happen. So, but yeah, we'll work it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'll be happy to have you here. And you'll be able to help me shower when I get home and everything, because I have to shower
Yeah.
daily for a good while. And that's okay, because like I don't want anything to, yeah, I'm gonna want to, especially if I'm bleeding down my leg. Or even if I'm bleeding on a pad, I'm like,
Yeah, you're gonna want to shower.
I don't care how absorbent it is. But I'm looking forward to that, because I don't like bleeding everywhere. It's no fun. And like, it's not blood. It's like, you know, blood mixed with other stuff, and it's not like dangerous or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
very normal. It's just blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
You know, anything dripping down you is not a good feeling, honestly. Even rain, it's like,
Yeah.
not a fan. So, I'm coping. Just have to get through tonight and get out of here tomorrow morning, and then I'll be struggling in my own house. You know, I still can't like bend down too far without pain. I'm hoping that'll get resolved when they take the packing out tomorrow.
Hopefully that will give you more flexibility.
Yeah.
That way.
I'm still gonna be like swollen and stuff, so
Yeah,
it's
so it's
gonna,
gonna be a challenge.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna need some help ongoing for a while, which again, as I said earlier, validates the heck out of my needing all that disability time.
Yeah.
The scary thing is like I'm actually having to think about how much I drink and when right now,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm gonna get disconnected from this catheter at 10. I don't want to have to get up at like 2 in the morning to
Yeah.
pee and like have them like bust out the sensor, because they have this ultrasonic like measures how much water is in your bladder thing before and after.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to
Have to deal with that at 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, no.
You want to go to sleep.
I want to go to
You have a
sleep.
Very early morning.
Yeah, and I have to get up at 2 in the morning no matter what to get this silly thing connected
Yeah.
again. For the last time, thank God. So sick of IVs. Like, I don't know if it's just me and my crappy veins or something, but like, this is just
Yeah, you
not.
had a hell of a time.
I have had a
with IVs.
really bad time with IVs, and I'm just so over it. I think I'm gonna take a Xanax before they take the packing out,
Yeah.
because I'm really scared of that hurting and being scary and hard and all that.
Yeah.
And I want to like be there, you know. I want to be like deep in my coping skills. I'm still thinking about that one, but you know, I think it would honestly help and like help me get
Yeah.
home and everything, and like it's a lot of stress. So I'm like, you know what?
So anything I can
Take
help
advantage of
with.
this stuff I have the opportunity to
Yeah.
do. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about that one. I'll see what they think in the morning too, because I got to talk to them. But that's apparently gonna be early. Apparently that's gonna be like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
But they said 5 in the morning for my my dressing coming off, and it was like more like 8.
Yeah, you texted me at 8.
Yeah, so it was like 7:30 then.
Yeah.
It's still here. They never cleaned it up. It's like still in the room in like a biohazard bag.
Yeah.
It looks gnarly. And all my blood's still in the wound vac over here, so that's fun. She has to leave in about 40 minutes. And I'm going to try to get some cuddle time in. Can't really do it properly here, but I can darn sure hold her hand.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. Scandalous. I love you so much. I miss like leaning on her. Even when I was in like the recovery room, she was like there to the side holding my hand. I can't really do anything here
Because, like, it's like, hey, you want to stand here for 40 minutes? Like, I thought you could use the chair, but it is specifically marked staff only. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. The couch moves, but it's way bigger than you. Which isn't hard, but the point is, and I'm no use to that. Like, I walked one lap around this place and started bleeding down my leg, and I was like, I'm done. So I'm not about to push something. I'm literally not allowed to move anything over 50 pounds. So
You're standing a lot.
I was standing a lot. That shower was really long because it took forever to like actually get at every place on my body because I couldn't access half of it. I don't want to get too detailed, but like I needed help, you know. But that was my big accomplishment for the day. I took a shower, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And tonight I'll brush my teeth without having to ask for help because I won't even be connected to the catheter anymore. I could just
Get up
and go brush my teeth, and that'll be amazing. And difficult because you've seen how much energy it takes for me to get up.
Yeah.
Like every single thing I do,
It takes so much energy.
and just in the calculation, like I have to sit there and be like, okay, I want to make a call. How am I going to hold my phone? Because my hand hurts. You know, how am I going to angle it so that I can like stay in one position and not get hurt? You know, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that will be easier in my own house because I'm not dealing with this equipment, you know, like I'm familiar with everything. I know where everything is. Like I'll have built-in support that doesn't have a call button, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I may have underestimated exactly how debilitating this is. Just because you walk out of somewhere doesn't mean you are independent. And besides, they're wheeling me out, so. They like, I always thought that was weird that hospitals do that. They like wheel you out and then they like, all right, bye, get up. Yeah. Then do I need the wheelchair? But like, also thank you for like, you know, stopping me from walking too far and bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a self-serving thing, of course. Okay, I'm wasting cuddle time, so later, y'all.
Later.
Yeah, you'll be here in the morning, so you'll be back on too. I'm going home tomorrow. I want to go home so bad. Still mad at my therapist, though. Okay. Cuddle time. That's what sapphics do.
Yeah.
Some sapphics, I don't understand the non-colors of the world, but that is not me. All right. Bye. Hey y'all. I'm in bed. It's nice being in bed. Nobody cares if you bleed in your own bed, right? Teresa's gone home for the night. I just had a call with some friends, and it was good. You know, I talked to a couple of people today, had some video calls. It was good. It's good to be sociable in these situations as much as you can, so you feel a little less isolated. And having Teresa here today was obviously great. Just, you know, practicing my skills for when I'm stuck in bed for a little bit at home too, because it's not like I'm going to go home and just be fine. And for all my complaining, like, oh, just get all this stuff out of me and I'll be fine. That's not the reality of the situation. I've taken my meds for the night, but I have to get up at 1 a.m. to do more subcutaneous injections, more pills, and have my IV flushed and do the final round of that antibiotic that goes in there, and that one's a fun one. The shots go on my arm, they're subcutaneous, and my arm's getting pretty messed up from it. It's my other arm is looking about the same. Oh, it's hard to turn over. Just trust me, it's about as bad. Yeah, my arms are kind of bruised to heck right now. It's not good. But I only have to do one more. Those 1 a.m. meds are the last meds I'll take while I'm here in the hospital. And then at like 4 or 5 in the morning, they're gonna
wake me up to take my packing out, which is going to be really rough. I might take a Xanax for that because I'm going to be so scared that it's going to tense up and that's going to make it worse. They're going to put me on 10 milligrams of Oxy for that, which will be interesting. I'm hoping that will carry over long enough for the ride home. I've been told that my roommate has to pick me up at 11. Teresa can come here before visiting hours, so she'll be able to help me pack everything and carry everything because I can't carry anything. And get dressed. And then we'll be leaving here at 11. I have to pick up my meds from the hospital pharmacy, whatever. I don't know what. Okay, sure. Just tell me where to go and what to do. Don't make me stand in line. But once I have my meds, I can leave and go home. And I'm pretty sure the first thing I have to do is dilate based on the timing. And then shower, douche and shower. Maybe douche. I don't know. I think I'm going to douche here. I think that's what I have to do. So, yeah, just a few things left to do here. I'm really glad that's the last of the IV meds and all that. I really want this out of me so I can see how my hand is doing because my left hand is still red and swollen. They don't seem terribly concerned about it, and I'm trying to trust that. And if it's still bad, I have a follow-up in a week and I can be like, hey, this happened while I was here, so can we do something about it? Like, it's not relevant to this, which is all going fantastically and textbook and great, but I am just happy to be leaving and off a lot of those meds. Like, I'll still be taking some of them at home, but not all of them. Definitely not any of the shots or the IV stuff. That'll be good. They have to take my Foley catheter out at 10. It's about 9:30 right now. So I'm going to try to get myself in the right headspace for that because it's intrusive and it could hurt and it could feel weird. And I'm going to just try to roll with it, not be too scared. I considered a Xanax for that too, but I think I'll be okay. The nurse assures me it doesn't feel painful. It just feels like uncomfortable. So I'm going to trust that, I think. I don't know. I'm scared. Either way, I'm going to take some time for myself. I'm going to do some breathing techniques and stuff and make sure I'm in the right headspace for it and try to chill. And just get settled. Got The Office on. I don't know what episode. It's just, I didn't, like, it's weird which shows I found comforting during all this. I wouldn't have expected it. And I really was expecting to have access to Netflix on the big TV, but I didn't. And that's okay. That's fine. It's annoying, but I found stuff, so I'm good. I might reward myself with new Star Trek after my Foley gets removed, my catheter. But I think I want to do that when I get home tomorrow, maybe. But then I have to have Teresa watch with me, and she's a bit of a Trekkie because her mom's a Trekkie, but she doesn't know Star Trek, she just catches whatever's randomly on. So, I mean, she'll do it, but I'm not sure that she would enjoy it. I know she doesn't care because she cares about me so much, and she'll just do anything that makes me happy or whatever. But I want her to enjoy it too, and honestly, I think I could use the reward tonight. I might do it tonight. So when the Foley catheter is out for a few hours until between 10 o'clock and 1 a.m., I will be connected to nothing. Unless I have to pee. Then they have to break out the ultrasound and test how effective I am at clearing my bladder, but we'll see what happens with that. I have to go over the procedure with them because I think I have to summon them to do that and tell them that I need to pee, so that could happen anytime. I'm curious what it's going to feel like to have to pee. I know that's probably the same, but I know for a fact that when I pee, it's going to be a mess because I'm going to be swollen from having a catheter in me and all irritated and everything. And it's not going to be a clean stream. I have to relearn how to use those muscles and everything, so it's going to be weird. But we'll figure it out. I'll get there. And if I have to go home with a catheter in me, that is an option. It's not an option I would prefer, but it's something I can do. So we have to make sure that I can pass a sufficient volume of urine so that I do not get injured and die. It can get really serious really quick. So we're gonna be sure about this, and I'm glad they take the energy and time to do it properly.
Well, they took the catheter out. That was, first of all, quicker than I expected. And I was kind of expecting pain because it's like a tube being dragged through you, but it's smooth and you really don't have much in the way of feeling there except whether something's going through it or not, or like temperature, you know? It wasn't painful, but it was deeply unpleasant. It felt very wrong. Like if I felt that way without knowing that that was happening, I'd be freaked out. But I'm good. I'm good. Mostly because I'm not connected to anything else between now and 1 a.m., which is pretty awesome. Also, that relieved a lot more pressure than I thought, and now that I understand the mechanics of it better, that makes a lot of sense. Because they basically inflate a balloon inside your bladder, and that's how it stays in there. So your bladder is basically never not full for the entire 4 days that I've been here. So that makes a lot of sense that I was walking around with like a full bladder with no ability to do anything about it. Like that makes a ton of sense. I'm just so glad I'm one less tube to go. At 1 a.m. I have to get this reconnected one more time. I'm not excited about that. It feels cold and awful and just uncomfortable, and I don't like IVs. I don't think I'll ever like them, especially given the experiences I had here. My hand is still messed up, and I'm deathly afraid to see what happens with this one, but I had to take those drugs intravenously, and I did. And I got through it, and I will heal, and it'll be okay. You know, they don't seem concerned about it, so I'm trying to trust them. So the way that this works is that when I have to pee, they put a hat, they call it a hat, but it's inverted, so it's upside down in the toilet, and I have to try to pee into that bucket in there, and then I call them and let them know, hey, I did the thing, you gotta scan me. So that's good, because I don't need to have them like in the room with me. I thought they would have to like scan me before and after and see like whatever, but that's good. That's a lot less involved. And since I'm not tethered to anything, I can just get up. Insofar as I'm able to get up at all right now. Sorry, I keep moving the camera because my arm hurts and I'm just so tired. And keep in mind, my upper arms are still bruised as hell. I'm a wreck. This place did a number on me. And like, I'm really glad that everything related to this is good. Everything else is kind of a wreck. And I don't blame any of these people. I don't think it has anything to do with skill or technique or anything. I think my body is just kind of annoying. Which tracks. I think I'm gonna end it here, actually. I'm tired. I need sleep. I gotta get up at 1 a.m. for more meds, and then like 5 a.m. to take the packing out and all that, and that's gonna be fun. I'll include the first pee, which is gonna be a mess, and the anything I have to say about the meds in the video for tomorrow. Which, by the way, again, is the day that I get to go home. I'm so happy to go home. I've never been so happy to go home in my life. Okay. Good night, y'all.